What's up, you guys? It's Cody here, Studio Bully. I'm filling in for Kyle today. I'm just leaving this message to let you know there's like a bit of crackling on Pat's mic for like the first 5 minutes of the episode today, but after that we got it sorted and it should all be sweet. Enjoy the ep.
Welcome back to another episode of the You Wouldn't podcast.
Thanks for coming on. Thanks for being here.
How are you, lad?
Thanks to you. Thank you for being here. It really means a lot to me.
It means a lot to me for you to be here too.
It means a lot for me for you to be, and with everyone. No Kyle today. We have a different person.
No Kyle. Kyle, we had to get rid of because he said he couldn't be fucked with the editing.
So Kyle's gone.
Kyle got fired.
And in replacement is the studio bully, Cody. Thanks for being here.
Feeling honoured to wear Kyle's golden headset today.
Yeah, and you look great in it.
Thank you.
Say that.
Thank you. Good to be here.
And
HR matter straight off the bat with a new producer.
Well, he's the one that came straight in today and said, I had a dream that all six of us went to town on Will last night. So I'm thinking, what's the go there?
Look, it was just me, Kyle, and Pat just absolutely giving it to Will in a bullying sense more than
giving it to not clearing it up.
Yeah.
Absolutely giving it to Will.
And then Will had a sook, so we had to go and sort it out. But
no, that's unlike me. I don't.
It's almost like a fucking documentary.
Thanks for that, Pat.
Anyway, brother, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Nice. Yeah, I'm okay.
Oh, that's nice. That's
Emotional
great.
week. You were wearing the same as last episode.
Yeah, I'm wearing the exact same gear as last episode, except the shoes are different.
Got Entars on. That is just that with the Entes is a funny fit.
You don't like it?
I like it, but it's just unique.
Yeah.
It's
That's
Will
me,
Gibb-esque.
mate. That's me. And I've got my little bag.
It's
here
very
sitting in
Will
front of me.
Gibb-esque, and it's yeah.
I've got my bag in front of me.
Yeah.
I'm off to Adelaide for the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good, brother. I'm happy for you.
Thanks. You're happy that I'm going to Adelaide?
Yeah,
Felix said
fucking
the opposite. Felix said, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you have to go to Adelaide.
Yeah, well, Adelaide, but I'm happy for I'm happy you're going to see Charlie.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's I don't give a fuck that it's the destination you're going to.
Fuck no, I could be going to fucking Timbuk fucking too.
You could be going to America. I had a dream last night. I was on my way to America and two people on the plane wanted to kill me. Now I'm scared of flying.
No, you're not.
And I killed them both.
Well, then
Which
you're
is
fine.
good
You
for a
killed the
dream
fear.
because normally it's hard to.
Yeah. Wait. So you wouldn't get on a plane today?
I just remember in my dream being I knew I was dreaming and I was in real life I'm going to be scared of flying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, my dreams were all over the place last night. I had fucking shock. I look quite tired, eh?
You look awful. It's the first thing me and Felix were saying.
Yeah.
Well, no. We didn't say it about you. What the first thing we said to you was,
it's
what
just
the fuck?
yeah, I don't know. I can't really talk about it.
But you're having an emotionally draining week, and yet you're still turning up to the fucking podcast.
It's a very emotional week for my girlfriend, and I'm just
You're there. You're the big bubba that support. You're the supportive bubba, but it does take its toll on you, and that's totally normal.
Yeah, but it's hard to I don't know. I get it. I don't know. I get sad when I talk about it.
Oh, Pat's crying on the pod now. No, this. We can't have double sadness.
No, we can't. I'm not going to do it.
Let's get into an argument.
No.
Or cry.
No.
Cry. No, because
It's
I'll
just
cry if you cry.
It's hard to obviously she's the person that I would normally go to talk about my shit, but obviously I'm not going to do that because it's for reasons I can't share. It's a very, very fucking emotional week for her, and I've just kind of bottled everything in to be there for her, and it's just
do you
it's the better
find?
of me.
How do you find when you're by yourself? Are you?
Oh, last night I was at her house yesterday and just kept it all in. And as soon as I walked out, I just bawled my eyes out, you know?
And do you think that she doesn't? Because have you actually had a conversation with her saying I feel this way, or do you feel the need to be the kind of stoic?
I just think it's just if you know the context, it's just she's so the type of person who will try accommodate for my emotions. You know what I mean? And it's just she does not need to do that this week and coming into this week. It just does not need to happen. So if I even show her that little bit, she'll drop everything to try support me, which she just does not need. So I just, you know what I mean?
Well, again, that's very obviously noble of you, and that's that you being a good boyfriend. But maybe there's a part of it that's like, if she's going through a really emotional, tough week, like sometimes if I'm going through that, what makes me feel good is knowing that someone else is in the same boat as me.
But I'm not even close to being in the same boat.
No. But knowing that someone is also going through a hard time, or like knowing that.
Yeah, she wouldn't know for sure. But I just don't want to let her. She's just got enough on her plate, dude.
Of course.
Like, fuck.
But there might be something to both of you just having a cry together. Like maybe there's some sort of catharsis that comes from that, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure there will be a stage where we both just let it all out together, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough.
Well, of course. And I think the good thing is that you're recognizing that.
Yeah.
That it's tough.
And I've got other people around me anyway, like a good support network that I can speak to.
Like
it's just like
the
it's just so hard to see somebody you love so much in so much pain, you know?
Yeah. It was, I can imagine.
And there's just not much you can really do. Like, you know?
Yeah. Well, you can cook
be,
steak.
obviously, like I'm there, which we did that last night.
Yeah.
We cooked some steak and whatnot, but like, obviously there's a lot I can do, but at the end of the day, like, yeah, it's hard to really tell you guys without the context, but like, yeah, it's just a bit of a tough week.
Well, I'll tell the context now. So, can you imagine?
Just blurt it all out.
Well, I've got a bit of context. Old mate over here who's having a fucking tough week decides to fucking have a bit of a go at me for trying to go on a date the other night.
Yeah.
So now here you go, mate. Wipe your fucking tears away. Drink your fucking water.
Yeah.
And fucking go on.
Let's go.
Try and destroy a gay relationship, mate.
And I'm going to need we're going to need a poll over this one because I generally want to I want to settle the debate, Jasmine. So.
How about this?
Wednesday night.
No. Can I just start from my perspective and then you take over from the moment I call you? So I decide, Charlie and I wake up in the morning and I go, because we'd spoken about Chin Chin last time he was in Sydney. And I was like, do you want to go to Chin Chin tonight? And he goes, fucking oath, I'd love to go to Chin Chin. I go, great. And I'm about to book it and I go, you know what? I think Pat is going to Chin Chin as well. So I call him up and I say, hey, Pat, me and Charlie were keen to go to Chin Chin tonight. Are you going? And you said, yeah, I am. And I said, well, how would you feel about me coming? And you said, be a bit weird, I reckon. I don't know. And I was like, are you sure? Like, and he goes, whatever. Like, yeah, fine, bro, whatever. So I hang up the phone and I book. Now what's going through your head?
And I'm just sitting there and I haven't had a nice date night in a while. And I thought, you know what? I don't want Will and Charlie there. Because it's just like, we would still get distracted by each other. You know what I mean?
Sure. It's a massive restaurant.
Yeah, but you don't know. We could have sat next to each other for all we know. Like, you don't know where we're going to be. Because you were saying, we won't sit near you. It's like, you don't walk.
But I'd go to the lady and go, we don't want to be near them.
Yeah, but you don't get to pick. The whole restaurant's packed. They're pre-assigned tables, right? So I was just sitting there thinking, fuck, nah, I don't want Will and Charlie there because, like, it'll just make it weird. I want just, like, a nice date night by myself.
Oh, by yourself? Without your girlfriend as well?
With my girlfriend, without you fucking there. So then I text Will, I'm like, dude, now I think about it, I think just book somewhere else. Any other restaurant in the whole of Sydney.
I wanted Asian fusion and there's not many.
I wanted Asian fusion, which there's a lot. There's Mr. Wong's. There's, what's the other one, Willie?
Miss G's.
China
Diner.
China Diner. There's, honestly, you got so many to pick from.
Chubby Cheeks was one that looked good.
At the top level. So I was like, nah, bruh, like, just go to another one. You go, no, Charlie really wants to go. Like, it's going to be, I want a special night with him. And I was like, well, listen, cunt. Right now, it's 4 hours before the booking. It can't be
Longer
that fucking special.
It wasn't 4 hours before the booking.
Well, you booked it at lunchtime.
No, I didn't. I booked it at 10 a.m.
I would say 12 o'clock.
No.
Yes.
No.
Or 11:30 it was.
Yeah, it was around 11
I was coming to your house at 12.
Yeah.
So I was like, it can't be that special. Like, you mustn't have really wanted to go. You guys weren't planning this special night. If you booked it the day of, you decided you wanted a nice dinner. Whereas we'd booked this 2-3 weeks in advance.
2 weeks in advance, you said.
2 to 3 weeks in advance, we'd book this.
2 to 3?
Yes.
Let's say 2.
No, we'll say 2 to 3.
But two's
And I was like, I just don't want you coming. I just don't want the chance that we get sat near each other. I don't want the chance that you're near in our eye line. And then you said, okay, how about I book at a different time? Where our booking is at 7:30, bang in the middle.
And I said, I'll book at 9:30.
I feel like I was like, we're just going to lap over each other. I just think you cut your losses. You go to another restaurant. If you really wanted to go with Charlie so badly, you would have already booked it and already planned it the day of. You don't have to go to Chin Chin's. It's only in your mind because I'm going. Fuck off. Do your own thing. I'm doing my own date night. Simple.
And then I said, oh, look, I'll move the time. And then you went, forget about it, bro. We just won't go.
Yeah, I said, fuck it then. You just, if it's such a big deal and you're that desperate. We won't go. I said, if you're that desperate to go to Chin Chin, you fucking go and we'll go somewhere else then. If it's this big fucking deal that you have to go somewhere else.
I went to Mr. Wong's.
So, and then you fucking kick up a stink, go, no, I fucking already put my card down. So I just called up and said, I'm Will Gibb. I'm a sick cunt. I make millions of dollars. I've got 1.6 million followers. And they said, oh my God, Will. And then I was like, can I please cancel my booking tonight and just let you know now so you don't charge me? And they said, no worries, Will.
Anyway, I went to Mr. Wong's and had a fantastic feed.
Yeah.
You, on the other hand, got a little serving of the Kama Sutra.
Yeah,
a bit of karma.
It wasn't the best experience. I'm not going to lie to you. Chin Chin didn't really tickle my fucking fin thing, you know?
Can I just ask Cody, what are your thoughts on this argument? Like, where do you stand?
I'm absolutely with Pat here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would never want to go on a date with like love, unless it's a planned double date with my friends, different story. But like, same. And this is, nothing. This is nothing. No personal attack on you here, Will. But I'm just
it's not because it's gay.
It's like, dude, just no.
But so, what if I was like, I'll get there now, and like, I'll book my. Am I not even there at the same time?
I would probably just do the same as Pat, probably in a less aggressive way to what Pat sounded like he did. Like, I'd like be like, dude, if you want to go there that bad, we'll just go somewhere else.
I said that. I said that over text. So he didn't know how I meant it, and he exaggerated it. But it was over text. So he had no idea how I meant it.
Yeah, but Pat.
But it was passive aggression. It was like a. You know what it was?
I've known
it was reverse psychology where I knew if I said that, Will would go, oh, nah, now I feel bad.
Pat,
I was never going to go to another place, but I knew the reverse psychology would work.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I think it's just the type if someone just goes, oh, you know what, mate, tonight I just want space with my girlfriend, and the other friend just goes, mate, fair enough.
Yeah.
Luckily, I was good for calling and checking in the first place because I was going to just book it straight away. And I went, wait, and it was neat, and I was going to be like, no, I won't check.
I just reckon you should have just been off the bat, oh, Pat's going there, we're just going to go somewhere else. Don't even ask me.
You went to the best place. You went to the best food spot.
Not after I tell you my experience. It reminds me of, remember that like Carlton draft ad or something when they're all drinking and they find each other at the pool and then they're like best friends in the hotel room next to them and it's like, oh, Roger, what are you doing here, mate? And they've all like coincidentally booked the same place. It reminded me very much of that, of like, oh, Will, what are you doing here? It's just like, oh. Like,
all right, well, anyway, move on.
So we stroll on into Chin Chin's for a nice date night, right? I've heard fucking
reviews
of it. I've never been.
It's the
never
best.
been. I've been hearing reviews about this thing. Now, Golden Boy is my...
number one.
Is my
Best Asian fusion.
It's my favourite restaurant, right? So, Chin Chin, up your fucking... Like, I've got a high standard strolling in. Now, I go in, get seated, and I couldn't have even fit my knob between the gap of the two tables between me and the person next to us. It was that fucking close.
You couldn't fit your knob.
I couldn't fit I swear to God, I would struggle to fit my pinky finger through it. Like,
so if I leant back
our
like this...
No, side by side.
Oh, so you're on the same table.
So we're pretty much on the same fucking table as these two 35 to 40-year-olds, Kmart T-shirts, kind of spiky hair. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like those kind of people. And
I've never heard of a 35 to 40-year-old Kmart spiky hair person.
Well, you'll know what I mean when I tell you later.
Can I be real? I've never heard of that type of person.
We're sitting down and like, because I'm struggling to hear my girlfriend. It's quite a loud environment, especially next to these two quite loud guys. And that's not their fault at all. They were having their own conversations and things like that. But I could hear more of their conversation than what me and my girlfriend were talking. Anyway, we see the banquet. And I'm thinking, oh, it's going to be like Golden Boy. You tell them a little bit of what you want and they'll bring it out. So I speak to the guy. like, hey, mate, can we get this? And he goes, oh, I can't do that one, but I can do this one and that one. I'm like, dude, there's like 5 banquets here. One of them's like 150 per person. Like, I'm happy to pay that one.
Yeah.
If I can just get what the fuck I want, like some duck pancakes and shit. He goes, oh, no, you can't get the pork belly in the banquet. And I'm thinking, at Golden Boy, bro, they're at my service. You know what I mean?
Bro,
like,
Golden Boy's like
they'll
this.
give you what you want when you fucking want it.
Golden Boy goes like this. Here's the menu. Tell me what you don't want, and everything else will just bring
you.
out.
So
And we're like,
that's
we don't want seafood. We don't want this. And then we're like, is it okay if we get 2 servings of this? They're like, fucking oath.
Yeah, that was my standard, you know.
Fucking
and then he starts. So then I'm kind of like, all right, we'll get all this in the banquet. Then I'm like, well, I'll order the duck pancakes separate. We'll order the pork belly separate because like we wanted that, right?
It's probably all you fucking wanted.
Yeah, and then the food starts comes and it was nice. It was nice food. I won't deny that. But I've still got these fucking rattling cunts next to me, and like it's a loud environment. And then we get filled up pretty quick. Hey, I couldn't move the table. I was trying to, but then the people next to you were also so close.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So it's hard. They weren't as close, but like if I moved the table enough, like, well, then we both started getting quite anxious. It was just such like an overwhelming environment. And then like we're kind of getting full, and the food was taking a while to come out. We're just kind of like, fuck, we just want to leave. Like, so then next to the 2 guys are another 2 girls on the other side, and they were quite young, probably our age. And they brought out sprinklers and a little cake, and they singing happy birthday. Then the guy next to me leans over to her, he's like, oh, it's your birthday, is it? Starts singing happy birthday to her and stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, like a bit funny, but still, like, you guys are middle-aged men. I heard you talking about like your kind of failed marriage, like it's a little bit weird. And then they just keep talking to them, and I could see the one girl I could see was just visibly like, fuck, this is like, fuck off, you know what I mean? But then I was like, I text my girlfriend because we couldn't talk without them hearing. I was like, this is a weird sitch, like what's going on? And she goes, I think they know them because he sung her name when they said happy birthday. Anyway, turns out they're brothers. While this guy's trying to chat up the girl half his fucking age, the other brother leans over to us and goes, oh, what's your occasion? And I was like, oh, just
shut the fuck up.
I was like, just date night, mate, just celebrating. He goes, oh, I'm married, wouldn't get it. And I was like, well, then your wife's probably getting rooted right now, bro. Like, is your life Mate, unhappy you can't go on a date night?
You're probably fucking licking your brother's fucking...
Like, I don't know. I hate that
body.
typical, like, oh, I'm married, I don't go on a date night. It's like, well, whose fault's that, cunt? You know what I mean? Take your wife out instead of sitting here with your fucking derelict brother who got dumped. Take your fucking wife for a nice dinner. And then he goes, oh, anyway, thanks for putting up with us tonight, guys.
Yeah.
And then I could still see that girl's visit. I was like, oh, don't worry about us. I was like, but I'm going to be honest, those girls look really uncomfortable. Like maybe just like, you know, just like, I don't know, just let them have their dinner. You know, I wasn't rude. I was just like, they look quite uncomfortable. And he goes, oh, no, my brother knows her. It's all right. And then I was kind of like, oh, he did sing her name. But I was just like, what's he? I was struggling to put together the connection of like, does he really know? I don't know. And I was just kind of
probably from, you know what it is?
That's a bit weird.
Dare I say the worst of the worst co-workers, and they've gone for and then they're like, oh, I used to work with this kind.
Yeah, that's what it could have. But just the other girl was just so like, fuck off. Anyway, I was like, oh, he knows her, like, okay. And then we got up and we're like, can we just get the rest takeaway? Like, we really want to fucking leave. Like, this is just a really bad experience. We didn't say that. And then it was just like, you know, it was very underwhelming. We got out of there. It was, I don't know, not that good.
Mr. Wong.
For what I paid, I wasn't happy with the experience, you know?
How much did you pay for yours? And I'll tell you how much.
I think it was $280.
Mine was $256.
Yeah. Which is what you expect. It's not the price that's an issue. Like, that's what you expect to pay going out for a nice dinner. I reckon around that 300 mark. If you're going to go out for a nice dinner, you cop that. But it just wasn't a good experience. Why sit me so close, bruh? Well, because that is so uncomfortable. And I get, yes, the more you fit, the more money you make.
Just ask the private room.
But it's just like, you got to have some form of fucking privacy when you're going out for dinner. You know what I mean? Like some sort of like, I heard everything these guys were saying.
My uncle goes out for dinner every night.
Yeah.
And he's got this kind of like, he's quite, like, it's my biggest gripe is when someone's aggressive to like waiters. It's just the worst thing you can do. And he would walk in and go, we're not sitting here, move us. But you know what? At times like that, it's almost like you want someone. No,
you don't want to say it like that.
Be like, excuse me. This is a fucking shit show. Yeah. I didn't pay to go to the circus.
Yeah, I wish I had the balls to say that, but in a nice way. I hate people who are rude to waiters, but say your piece if you. It was just fucking just like. Anyway, then we're like, fuck, let's go get a little bit of yochi. You know what I mean? Maybe put a little bit of a cherry on top of the pretty, or dare I say, a collapsed cake.
Yep.
We tried to bake a cake.
You can still eat it though.
Bit. Oh yeah. We still enjoyed our time together. And then, so we get to yochi, and I reckon I go to yochi once every 3 to 4 weeks, right?
You reckon you go that much?
Probably once a month.
Yeah.
But there's always that guy at the door who's, you know, the guy with the checklist, the Indian guy. He's just a sick cunt. And he's always out there and he's always so nice. And I try to make it a thing just to always say, so whenever I see him, I give him a knuckle
brother,
and
a
little hug hello. That's what I always do.
He's the best.
So this time I see him and he gets a big smile on his face and I give him a knuckle, I give him a hug. I'm like, how are you, brother? Like, how you been? We're having a chat. And then he goes, like, you could see it didn't make his note, but you could see, like, not many people talk to him. He goes, oh, I've got something for you. And he whips out a fucking voucher.
No way.
And gives me a voucher, right? And then I'm like, oh, bro, you're a fucking legend. Thank you so much. And then, like, 30 seconds goes by. And then he's obviously got head noise of, like, fuck, I gave him something. I didn't give his girlfriend something. And he's got a little, like, badge.
Yeah, with his name.
A little pink, like a pink badge that said, like, smile, I don't know, something like that. And he takes it off his shirt and gives it to my girlfriend. He goes, oh, here you go. This is for you. And she pins it on. And he was just like, what a sick cunt, brah.
You know, he reminds me of, bro, there's something about Indian workers, bro, that they're so wholesome. Is that racist?
So happy.
Fuck it, I'm going to say it.
And it's like, I just paid $10 for a yochi because I got the fucking discount.
What about our guy?
And I just paid fucking $2.80 for chin chins, which was an awful experience. The waiters weren't great, if I'm going to be honest.
Ooh.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, he kind of gave me a little bit of attitude when I said I didn't want seafood. It's like, I don't like it, cunt. Fucking shove it up your ass. And then I paid $10, get given fucking vouchers. My girlfriend gets given badges. We're laughing. We're hugging.
What about our
Life's
mate at
good.
the fucking servo?
Our mate at the fucking servo, bro. Every time we'd go in, he'd talk about the cricket to us. In fucking,
he was so excited. We're like, what are you up to? He's like, I'm just fucking chilling, bro. Watching the cricket. Like, he's loving it.
And every so often I pop in and he goes, where you been? How are you? You know? And it's just like...
And he has a mate as well who we kind of got close to this one. I rocked up and he was like, my guy. I was like, what's up, bro? I was like, do you have any of these phone chargers? He's like, I'll have a look for you.
Yeah, they're just like, just be a good fucking person, cunt.
Well,
and then, that was...
well, ours couldn't have gone any different. Ours was an early booking, 5:30, because we wanted to go to Tom and Tilly's after. So we rocked up to we went to the Opera House, got electric bikes.
Where is it? Where's Mr. Wong?
It's like in the city.
Oh, okay.
So we got electric bikes and we rode around from the Opera House. We rode all the way around the Harbour Bridge underneath, and we went like around the rocks and then to Barangaroo.
Fucking hell. Two of the Wongs.
Yeah, it was two of the Wongs. It was hectic. It was like all the way around that kind of harbour kind of thing. Sick bike ride, perfect weather, perfect temperature.
Yeah.
Got off the bikes, went into Mr. Wong's, had the best feed. Quiet, own table around the side. Pretty empty. Then it started to fill up when the food got there, so the vibes were on. Nice cocktail. Vibes.
Good food?
Really good food. The duck pancakes were fucked off their head. That hoisin sauce.
Hoisin sauce is cracked, mate.
It needs to be investigated.
I reckon it's old Asian man's jizz.
I think it's... I think there's a lot of opportunity for the hoisin sauce because I think it needs... Why only duck pancakes?
Well, that's what I mean because it's a limited... So I reckon old Asian man, right, has narrowed down I can't jizz heaps. And I'm going to keep the sauce for what it goes best with. And that's a duck pancake.
No, but I think hoisin
Or do you think there's a sweatshop of old men jizzing to make hoisin? That's a funny thought. You know what I mean? You've got little Asian kids knitting Nike sweaters and old Asian men jizzing out hoisin sauce.
I think hoisin sauce should be on burgers.
Yeah.
Can I get the hoisin burger?
That'd be great.
It needs
but with duck
where is
or
it?
With what meat?
Beef or shit.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is it? I can't buy it at Coles.
Yeah.
Well, I can't go to Woolies.
I reckon you could have you looked.
No. Never even tried.
That's the thing, bro. I
Does
reckon
Master Foods do a hoisin sauce?
Nah, you don't want Master Foods. You want what is it? Lee Cum, yeah.
Yeah, Lee Cum Key sauce.
Lee Cum Key. They make the best Asian sauce.
Is that the yellow label?
Purple. And then there's a yellow label one, which is Chang's, and they're both at Woolies.
Shit.
And
it's like
either one of them are run.
Either one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that.
Fucking know it.
Yeah.
So I heard about something quite scary, and then I watched it, and this is really scary.
Yeah.
So, well, it's not scary, I think. completely wrong will actually word. I'm going to say really interesting.
Okay.
So I was watching this documentary, right? It's called like The Jinx or something like that. There's some sort of doco. To be honest, I wasn't watching it. This came up on TikTok. I saw what it was and then I went and watched it. So it's more so whatever. That I probably didn't even need to say that. I just felt like I was lying and I got really guilty.
I'm really confused as to what's going on.
Let me start again.
Let's just start this from fresh.
Okay.
But leave that in. We're not editing that out.
Okay.
I want everyone to know how confused I am.
I'm on TikTok and I see this clip from a documentary.
Yeah.
You're not confused. You're not confused.
No,
are you?
can I just say what came to mind?
What?
It's like it's still in the back of my brain, and I reckon it would be hard if you were a juror in court and the judge says you have to rule out that piece of evidence, and it's like, but I still heard it.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean?
I heard it and I'm looking
like,
at it.
imagine they're like, you sent this text, the juror's like, no, rule that out, but the text was like, I'm going to kill you. It's like, I'm kind of going to consider that, judge.
Real.
You know what I mean? Anyway, that's all I was thinking.
Anyway, I'm on TikTok. I see a clip from a documentary and I go, fuck, I got to watch this. So I go and I watch the scene. Anyway, it's about this guy and he's investigating these murders. These 2 girls were murdered. And he's investigating, he's interviewing like one of the victims' dads or something like that. And they're interviewing this kind of old guy. He's really old. And they're interviewing him, blah, blah, blah. And he was like put on trial for it ages ago. And everyone thought that he'd killed his daughter and her friend or something. And like everyone thought he'd done it. And he'd lived like this, like, you know, like pretty, you know, as he would life.
Yeah. But wait, so he was locked up?
No, he was acquitted.
Right, but he was just accused of it.
Yeah, he was accused of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, and they're showing him this evidence. They're like, but look at this handwriting, like of this letter, like that looks like your handwriting. And he's kind of explaining it all away. And they're just kind of like, oh, okay, interesting. And this is like, you know, the documentary, like this is in the documentary. Anyway, then the doco kind of cuts or whatever. And then the guy who made the documentary is explaining how during that interview, the old man got up and he went to the bathroom. And anyway, they cut, whatever. They ended the interview. Are you lost?
No. He got up, went to the bathroom.
Got up, went to the bathroom. They finished off the interview.
His mic was still on.
And whatever, it was the end, right? Like a year or so later, the lady is editing the documentary and she notices in the audio file, there's a sound wave of when he went to the bathroom. And she goes, what's this? And they listen to it and he's going, well, they caught you. They've done it. You killed them all. Like, and they know you've done it. Holy fuck. And he admits to it on the hot mic. Have you heard about that before?
Yeah, I have heard of that.
Bro, it was the fucking
That's
scariest
crazy.
thing I've ever heard. Like, and then they play him like because he used to talk to himself heaps.
Yeah,
but
right.
imagine being that editor, like scrubbing through all the audio and going, "Oh, what's this like little spike?"
Yeah,
and then like investigate and listening to it
and hearing that.
What
Fuck, you'd get shivers.
Can I say though, why? I just want one moment in my life that's like that. Yeah. I experienced something like that. I want to be the person going through the audio and finding that.
I think we've experienced something better.
What?
Brad Shepherd's speech at his 60th birthday.
Do you want to explain that? That was top 10 just most fucked moments
very
of my
briefly,
life.
It's so funny with context as well because of like Nathan, so Shep, our mate, his dad, like we've grown up with him. He's just such a funny character. Like, anyway, we're at his 60th birthday and he fucking went on this tangent in his speech about like numbers and
people.
And
he kept doing mathematical equations.
And everyone's kind of lost a bit, right? And it's getting to the point of like, You've nearly lost the crowd.
It was stuff like this. He'd be going like, and then I turned 36. 36, the number of atoms that it takes to make up a golf club.
Yeah.
Which I played till I was 42.
Yeah.
42.
It's going
the amount
up.
of times the sun goes around, and we're kind of like, okay, like this
and
is...
then he did and then I was born in 1950, and then he got to a number of, I think, I'm not sure what the final number. It was like, say, 105. And then he just takes a pause, and everyone's like, what? And he goes... And that's the amount of people in this room celebrating with us tonight. And everyone was just like...
Everyone was like...
Oh!
Like it was the biggest
plot twist of all time.
But you know what was even funnier?
Fucking crazy.
No one else felt that except us.
Yeah, we verbally went... Oh,
because Pat was standing a bit in
God.
front of me, and Pat literally turned around. If Pat was like this, Pat turned around to me when I this. He was like, "Bro." It was like the plot twist. And I was like, did you just hear that? Like, that's the amount of people. And I was looking around the room, I was like, holy fuck. And everyone was like...
Yeah, it was so fucking... And to this day, we still joke about, like...
It was one of the best speeches
The Brad Shepard plot twist. That was our equivalent in life.
Also, I've noticed a few of you in the DMs, and I really appreciate it, are using the term shep to describe a booger, because you had a shep.
Yeah, I had a shep.
In your nose, and I got like 3 or 4 responses, people like, he's got a shep.
Yeah, we call a booger a shep. But yeah, that also reminds me of fucking Last Stop Larimer when they spike his shed, they bug his shed, and remember he was saying some weird shit. Fran's husband,
where he was like they buried the guy that Fran
hit him with a shovel. He was like singing a song.
Yeah.
Like, full weird cunt. But yeah, that shit's fucking...
Honestly, you know what it boils down to?
Crazy,
If
bro.
you've killed someone, don't verbalize that. You know? Just leave it to yourself.
I think we condone admitting to it so they can get locked away.
No. If you want to get away with murder,
Okay.
don't go to the bathroom where there's camera gear and start speaking about it.
All right. I'm going to say just admit it, bro. If you've done it, come forward.
Imagine someone comes forward after listening to this.
Imagine that next week's hotline.
Oh, hey, boys. So, to be honest, in 1946, he's like 110 years old.
Yeah, he's pretty old.
Yeah. I saw a movie called Megalopolis at the IMAX.
Yeah. At the IMAX.
I went to the IMAX in Darling Harbour.
You ride your bike there? Tour at IMAX?
I didn't do a tour at IMAX. That would have been nice.
That would have been good.
But Megalopolis is a film from Francis Ford Coppola,
Okay.
who was once considered maybe the greatest director of all time.
Rattle off some films he's done.
Godfather.
Yeah.
Apocalypse Now.
Wow.
Wait, I think he did The Godfather.
I thought that was Quentin Tarantino.
What's his name?
Francis Ford Coppola.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Why can't... what L.
Yeah, he
Night
did The
Shyamalan?
Godfather.
Why can't we
He
have
did
normal
Apocalypse
names?
Now. He did
Yep.
The Godfather. Like, he's a goat.
He's
Sorry?
done 2 movies and he's considered a goat.
No, but like, he did arguably the greatest film ever made in The Godfather. Apocalypse Now, also one of the greatest films ever made. So he's now like 85 years old. He's like senile or whatever. And he decides to sell his wine company and make, with that profit, a film for $110 million called Megalopolis. With Adam Driver, if you guys know him, with Aubrey Plaza, with Shia LaBeouf, Giancarlo Esposito, Dustin Hoffman. A lot of
I've heard
names.
the first 3 names, yeah.
Anyway, I don't actually know what I witnessed or saw, or like, people talk about it a lot. Like, you can Google it, people saying a lot of things. I actually don't know what it genuinely was like if you gave $120 million to a man that wasn't all there and told him to make a movie. Like, you literally see the ramblings of the most insane... I really don't know. I'm really lost for words. I can't say if it was good or bad.
What's even the genre like?
I don't know.
It's just a fucking shit show.
I don't know what it was. It was set. It was like you know how Rome collapsed, the fall of Rome.
No.
Oh, it's like a big, because Rome was like the biggest.
Is that why the
civilization.
Colosseum's like half?
Well, yeah, like Rome was like the biggest, most advanced civilization back thousands of years ago.
And what, it just collapsed?
Well, yeah, like it fell, like there was civil war or whatever it was. Like, you know, it just fell in on itself, and then
Physically collapsed.
Well, like society broke down.
Right.
And it's basically like, what if that happened today? And Rome is like today. So it's like modern Rome. And he's like trying to build a city.
Sounds so terrible.
It was fucked.
Yeah.
And he can stop time for some reason.
Sounds
but then
so
they never
awful.
explain like that he can kind of do it.
Yeah.
It looks like Spy Kids. It's fucked. It was really interesting. But I really want people to go and watch it because like...
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Often will, because I'm a bit similar to Pat in the way that I watch movies. And when you talk about movies... I feel like you have a bit of a different perspective on them, given how passionate you are about this sort of thing. How would a movie like this, or how would Pat and I find this movie compared to you? Would we hate it, or would it almost appeal to us in a way that it's like it's so silly and stupid that like? Do you know what I mean? Is that
that's a great point. I get exactly what you mean. Because we don't give a fuck about like the shots or the...
Yeah, because you're
the
saying it's
writing.
interesting, but like we might go in there and just go, that was just so random.
Yeah.
That's
liked
what
it.
I felt when I went, that is so random. What the fuck did I just watch?
Yeah, but like, could I get what Cody's like? because you might have, because before you said I saw the most insane scene shot I've ever seen. Whereas like we probably wouldn't have even noticed the scene shot.
Yeah,
for example.
no, you wouldn't have.
So just like the storyline, for example, would we enjoy it? You reckon, or is it like
because it's all over the place? You have no.
Yeah, okay.
For example, in the first 5 minutes, Adam Driver just launches into a Hamlet monologue, and he does the entire ending monologue from Hamlet. And he's just kind of doing this monologue, and it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Like, it's just random scenes put together, and then it's super sci-fi. It is fucked.
I would hate it.
And the director was walking around. He's in his 80s, and there's a big party scene, and there's all these young girls in the party scene, and he's walking around going, "No, you're meant to kiss like this," and starts kissing the girls, and goes, "And grab her ass," and starts like squeezing her ass. Like, that's what he was doing on set. Everyone was like, "What the fuck?"
And he's the director, so he just put himself in to do that scene.
No, he was doing that off camera. Like, he'd go, "Cut," and he'd walk up and he'd go, "Love, you got to jiggle your ass more," and then he'd smack it, and you can kiss her like this. Yeah, fucked.
How do you know that?
Fuck,
Because he got like not tried, but like
fucking
yeah.
Okay, there's layers to this, dude.
Yeah, that's why it's, and it took him 40.
Don't go watch it. Don't go support
It
that.
took him
weird
41 years to make. Like, I don't know. He's building a city, and then they show the reveal of the city at the end, and it's just like a flower. Like, oh my God. No. Holy fuck. Dude, there's a whole scene. I'm not taking the piss. There is a scene where they're at this giant wedding, right? It's a huge wedding, and then they go, they're like, "We need a virgin." We're like, "Please pledge. We want a virgin to say that she's going to be like pure for marriage." Sorry, Megalopolis spoilers. So she needs to be pure for marriage. Let's welcome her out. Katrina Sunrise. Out comes fucking Grace VanderWaal. And then Grace
singer?
Yeah, and then Grace VanderWaal sits on a throne, gets launched into the air, and plays an original song on a ukulele that she's written. And then she splits into 30 versions of herself, starts playing a thing. Then Shia LaBeouf presses a video. She's singing about how she's a virgin. Shia LaBeouf presses a thing, and on a giant screen, there's a video of her getting fucked.
Of Shia LaBeouf?
Of Shia LaBeouf fucking her.
Fucking who? Grace
VanderWaal. Because now she's not a virgin.
Wait, Shia LaBeouf a guy?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So that's what I mean by the craziest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Grace VanderWaal singing on the ukulele, splitting into 30 versions of herself, and then her getting railed. That's the movie. But
the director sounds like a weird.
Can I tell you something, brah? It's a pretty good song.
Yeah? Well, we love Grace.
Is there any way you can find Grace VanderWaal Megalopolis song? Like, is there any way it'll...
Yeah,
we fuck with sec. Grace VanderWaal, like OG, what are her OG songs, bro?
I don't like you.
I love you. Anyway, we used to always fuck with her, and she became weird. But now she's normal again, I think.
Well, she did this fucking...
Is it called What's Left of Me?
Like her music went weird, I mean.
It might...
She has a song from 8 days ago called What's Left of Me.
No, it's not this.
So Much More Than This by Grace.
Nah, we'll find it another time. But
yeah,
that is the movie. Fucking Grace VanderWaal's in it. And she gets railed.
Yeah, that's a bit fucked. Sounds like a weird cunt producer. Also, just a flag. We've got a Facebook group, right? You wouldn't. And it just don't be a weird cunt in it. That's all I'm going to say. There was one person who just commented a really weird kind of demeaning, sexualizing thing, and you're now banned. And just don't be a weird cunt in our Facebook group. Thank you very much.
Paddy.
That's all I wanted to say. So, Roosters play tonight.
Good luck.
You want me to be fully honest? Don't think we'll win.
Well, you said I don't care if we win as well the other day.
No, well, it's more just like it's obviously I fucking care, right? But it's just like, I don't see us winning the grand final after the injuries we had. Like, I just don't, if I'm going to be completely honest. So it's almost like, do I even want the hype of a grand final? Do I even want having to leave my holiday early to come home for the grand final just for disappointment? You know what I mean? Like, do I want to go through that? Now, that's not to say that I don't think we can, but like, it's not looking likely.
Why do you need to come back? Because
I've been very lucky with the Roosters. I've seen them win 3 premierships, but like, it's a big thing for your team to make the grand final. Like, I'd want to be there. I feel like it's a fun thing to do. You know?
Yeah. I don't think you need to go to the grand final. Also, you know what I find really weird? Oh, your weekend's next weekend, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry. I was going to say something so stupid.
The AFL Grand Finals on Saturday. That'll be cool.
It's
the
on
Swans
tonight.
are in it. Nah, Saturday, tomorrow.
Oh, it's on tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Arvo.
Yeah.
Flights are 6. So it's the first time in ages, I think, that a non-Melbourne team's been on it. So Brisbane and Sydney flights like $1,600 return to get to Melbourne.
It's crazy.
Fucking crazy.
Can I say this? There's something about, I think it's the Roosters, the Swans. I don't know what it is. I'd love to see the Swans just get.
Sorry, I farted. I wouldn't. I don't give a fuck about AFL, but it's like it's Swans, bro. It's our team. Like, it's Sydney.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You've talked me out of it. Go the Swans.
Like, and you know what? They say, like Ollie Florence, sick cunt.
Such a nice guy.
You know what I mean? You don't want him to lose.
No, I want him to win.
Even though he smoked us on the tennis court.
That was bullshit.
That was bullshit. He's a good tennis player. He fucking absolutely
pick one
pounded
sport.
us. Pick a sport, cunt, and just be good at one.
Because we won every game before.
Yeah. So this is what happened. We were playing tennis and we smoked everyone. And Ollie Florent walks on the court and we go, old AFL player, probably wipe him off too.
And
Turns out the cunt could have been a
us.
professional in tennis too if you wanted
Well,
to.
he made the choice to play AFL over tennis, which was probably a good idea considering that, tennis, no one really
So, you
makes
don't
it.
want him losing. He's a fucking legend.
No, he's a sick cunt.
And I don't mind the I don't... I respect it that every time Swans play, whether you like the fans or not, they pack out the stadium. It's a sellout every week pretty much at the Swans. You know what I mean? Like, they deserve a win. Last time they were in the grand final, they got smacked by like 122 years ago. Like, absolutely demoralised. Embarrassing.
Last 3 grand finals they've been in, they've lost.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I just wouldn't rock up.
But they've got a bit of a youngish team, I'm led to believe, that maybe there's a few newbies that... Or are they all kind of got the monkey on their back?
You just about heard the extent of my AFL knowledge, to be
Yeah.
honest. I don't know much for you there.
Well, you're not getting any much more out of us. I don't know much about it.
No, but good luck.
But put it
to all...
this way. I'm not going to walk away going, it's not going to ruin my day if Swans lose.
Tell me the Swans lost.
Oh, do you see the Swans lost?
What? No! No!
Cleo!
Oh, fuck!
Yeah.
No!
They lost by a point.
No!
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Now, this is how every time I fake cry, actual tears come.
Third time someone's cried on the podcast.
Now tell me the Swans lost. This is how I'd actually react.
Oh, you say the Swans
Shut
lost,
the
dude?
fuck up, cunt. Don't fucking look at me again, bitch. And then I'd walk into the SCG, where I go to the gym, and I'd wear a
SFS.
Brisbane
Lions
jersey. And I go, we are from the shittest city in the country, but we won the grand final. Pretty good. That's a good song.
Yeah.
I just got my newest shirt and I am gonna smile. That sounds really, really good.
I think that is their team song, actually. That's probably why, you, like, subconsciously you do it.
I just pulled
I think
it
that's
out.
their team song.
Let's do hotlines because I need to order an Uber soon. Can you believe it?
Can you believe it?
Jet setter, trendsetter, motherfucker's gonna be there, let him wetter. That's a good song. Trendsetter, jet setter, finger these girls, get them wetter. I should have said boys.
But the boys don't get wet when you finger them.
You do if there's a bit of shit.
Yeah, that's true. If it's a diarrhea, I guess.
Yeah.
Would you? Yeah, nah, I'm not even going to ask it.
What?
I can't.
Okay.
Oh, look, I'm going to ask it.
Yeah.
You can't not ask it.
Ask it.
The most attractive guy you've ever seen, right? The chemistry's there all night. You get back, it's like,
So
he's
Charlie.
like, I'm leaving. I'm leaving tomorrow forever. I've been picked to move to Mars or something. But I want to fuck you. There's no lube, but I have diarrhea. Like, what if I just kind of use I diarrhea a bit and we use that as lube?
No, I'd say go fuck yourself, you freak.
Okay. So I didn't want to ask. It was a bit gross.
It's disgusting.
Hey boys, I just have I feel like it's a fun question for you to answer.
Fucking better be.
I was about to say.
Maybe you have, but I haven't heard the story of when you boys decided you wanted to do the podcast. Like, were you guys just having a chat and you were like, oh, we should start a podcast? Or was it like, I don't know, a sit-down talk? I just want to know, like, how it started and, did you think that you were going to keep going for as long as you have been, or did you think it was going to be like a piss take, sort of do once and then never do again? Anyway, I love you guys so much. Thanks for the pod. Love you.
Oh, well, that's really nice.
That was really nice.
I knew that it was going to go for really long.
Yeah.
I knew once we started, it was never going to stop.
It was never going to stop. It was more we were just driving and Will's podcast had kind of come to an end. His other one, my one, was just at a bit of a standstill. And we were talking about like just something, how horrible we were at dating. We're like, fuck, a dating podcast would be pretty funny because it's like, because we're covering two different perspectives from the gay side, the straight side. And then it was originally going to be that idea. And then we were just kind of like, well, let's just do one in general. Like we didn't really know how it was going to start, but that's the first convo was around a dating kind of podcast because we had just horrid stories. And then once we committed to it, it was like, it's not just like a one-off thing. Like we proper do it.
Also, I want to tease this. There's a new podcast that could be starting.
Potentially. Don't give too much away.
But Charlotte Gibb
potentially is starting a podcast.
Potentially starting a podcast with Tilly. So there's that to look forward to.
But I think I would say, Will, you jump the gun on a lot of things, so don't be too...
Well, Charlotte's been texting Tilly nonstop.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good, but...
You'll see. I think it's going to happen.
I hope it happens as well.
This is what my sister texted me. She said this. I'm done with working. Let's fire this pod up so I can quit. And I said, this weekend, and she says, I'm on call. Fuck my life. It's not even funny. I want to fucking quit. I'm overflowing with life regrets. So she's worked 7 years at uni to get to that job, and that's how she's feeling.
That's why you don't go to uni, kids.
Next hotline, please, person who didn't go to uni.
Hi, guys. I was just thinking the other day about how you were talking about the unsolved mysteries, and you were talking about the catacombs under Paris, and Pat didn't know what they were. But, Pat, I only know about the catacombs because of you, because you were talking about that movie with the fucking shark that swims under Paris during the Olympics. And the shark goes into the catacombs. So I had to Google it to figure out what it was.
So
anyway, I thought the funniest thing about that movie was that all the Parisians were talking English with an American accent.
Yeah,
anyway, just wanted to let you guys know.
That's
also,
real.
thanks, Pat, for the recommendation for Mr. In-Between. I've started watching it. I love it. Cheers, guys.
So
Love the
good.
podcast.
Oh, she's awesome.
You're a
What
legend.
Fucking
You're a
legend.
legend.
That's a funny, that's
As
so
soon as
funny.
you said that, I literally went, because I realised that's what they are.
Yeah.
Because to this day, I still didn't know what they were. Now I realise in Under Paris they have it. And I'm glad you're enjoying Mr. In Between. It's one of the greats. Would you guys want us to get Ray Shoesmith on? That's what we've been talking about.
I want to get him on, bro.
We want to get him on as a guest.
I don't give a fuck what they want. I want to get him on. I want to get him on.
Could you get him on?
I reckon.
Yeah.
He's got Instagram.
He's not like massive. You know what I mean? Like, he's kind of only done that.
No,
That'd be
it's not
sick.
about him being massive. It's more just like, I feel like
he's
he's a media guy. I feel like he wouldn't want to get on.
But like, we could get in contact with him.
Yeah.
It'd be worth a shot.
Yeah.
It'd be worth a shot.
He's sick.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening to another episode of the You Wouldn't podcast. Have the best fucking week. Happy Monday.
Look after yourselves.
Look after yourself. Tell people you love that you love them.
And also tell people you hate that you hate them.
Nah. Spread positivity and love.
No.
Hug.
I think if you
Don't
really
give
hate
negativity
someone...
and don't waste your fucking life being negative. What's the point?
Well, sometimes it's really fun.
Nah. Turn that negativity into love to someone you love. Goodbye.
No, I'm going to just tack on a little bit and just say, turn that love into love and give it to those. And if you're still feeling a bit bored, have a go at someone. Let it out. There you go.
Bye.
Bye.